sixth graders, this is your math video. We are looking at Tuesday, April 28th. So I am going to do a couple things. First of all, you guys had an assignment from Monday. You needed to do questions 9, 11, and 14. So I'm going to go over those first with you and give you the answers to those so you can see if you did those correctly. And then remember, I've been talking about how you're going to be taking a quiz today as your assignment. So then I'm going to get you set up on that, and so you can get ready to take your quiz. Okay, and I'll give you some more instructions to that. But let's start on number 9 first of all, and let's talk about that, and let's see how we did on it. So up on the board, I have number 9, and I have already taken the boys' data and the girls' data, and I've already ordered it for us so that we could see the data. So first of all, we are supposed to make a box and whisker plot to represent both the boys and then the girls' data, and they wanted us to do it on the same number line so that we could see this. So we know that there were 11 heights for girls, and there were, let's see, 9 for boys. Okay, so let's first of all count, make sure we have them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have our 9 pieces of data. Now let's find our 5 key values for the boys, and we'll start with that. So we always do our least and we do our greatest. Okay, there were 9s, that means we're gonna have a perfect middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Circle it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 64 is our median, perfect middle. Okay, so now here's our lower quartile. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's 4 there, so obviously now we need to find it. So it's gonna fall between 62 and 63. That would be 62.5. So the mean of those two. Now let's go over here. Okay, what falls between 66 and 68? That'd be 67. Okay, so now we have found our 5 key for boys. Let's do the girls, and then we'll come down and we'll put these on to our number line. Okay, so girls, we have a 56, and we have a 68, and remember we have 11, so let's double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's gonna be our perfect middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now let's go to the lower quartile. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we have a perfect middle there. Let's go to upper quartile. 1, 2, okay, circle that. Okay, there we go. So now we found our 5 key values for our boys. No, sorry, for girls. Okay, now let's go ahead and put down the boys, and then we'll put the girls above it, and we'll see how these two compare here. Okay, so we're going to put boys that start at 60, so we'll go over to our number line. There's 60. Our next one is 62.5, so that's just barely over the 62. Okay, the next one is a 64. The next one is a 67, so let's go here, and then 70. Okay, so now let's box our middle. Let's put our whiskers, and we'll put right here boys. So we know that that's the boys box and whisker. Okay, now let's go with the girls here. So the girls start at 56, so we're going above the boys, so we'll just put a little higher. So we have 56, then we have a 58. Okay, then we have a 62. Then we have a 65. And then we have a 68. Okay, so then we'll box here. Whiskers. This is the girls. So we could look at those two, and that could show us some things. You know, we can compare. Here are girls and here are boys. The median for our girls is here. The median for our boys is over here. We could see some things in the heights here between the girls and the boys. Remember how from dot to dot is a fourth of the data? So we're looking like we have a fourth of the data here, a fourth of the data here, a fourth of the data here. So we have almost 3/4 of our data close to the boys, half of their data. So just some different things we could compare between the boys and the girls here, looking at this box and whisker. Okay, so we used the same number line. We constructed our box and whisker plot to represent the heights of the girls, along with the heights of the boys. Now, how do the two data sets compare? So different things we've talked about, but some other things that we could say is that the lower quartile for the boys, so let's look here at our lower quartile right here, this lower quartile for the boys. The lower quartile for the boys' height is greater than the median for the girls' height. So we're looking at lower quartile is higher, they're taller than the median for the girls. So that come up here. So we look at, talking about a lot of their data is over here in this part of the height. So just different things we could process and say, looking at these two different box and whisker. Okay, so that's number 9. Now let's move and come over here to number 11. Okay, number 11 asks you this. It said the number of words per minute that students can type at the end of the first semester are shown in the dot plot. Okay, so for every dot that I saw, I just started making our list. Now, first of all, we have 14 observations because there's 14 dots in that dot plot. Okay, so now every dot, so there was 1 dot for 54, 1 dot for 56, there were 2 dots for 59, there was a dot for 60, and so forth. So when we count up all the dots, we know that there were 14 observations. So A for number 11 is 14. There were 14 observations. So that's the first part of number 11 that you should have come up with. Then it said construct a box and whisker plot to represent the data. Okay, so now here's our 14 observations. Let's construct our box and whisker. Okay, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, there's our 14. Now let's find, here's our lower, least, I should say, greatest. Okay, so those were the 2 that we needed. Now let's go, we know there's 14, so there won't be that perfect middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's gonna be our median. So this is gonna be our lower quartile. This is gonna be our upper quartile. Okay, what falls between 61 and 61? Well, it's 61. So that's not hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we know 1, 2, 3, perfect middle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, perfect middle. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we found our 5 key values. Okay, let's go down and construct. So 54, we should have a dot. 59, so it falls between 58 and 60, should be a dot. 61 should go there. 65 and 70. Okay, let's construct the box. Let's put our whiskers. Okay, now let's go back. This is semester 1 keyboarding class. So words per minute. So we could say words per minute. That's what we're looking. This is first semester typing class. I don't know if it said typing, but it keyboarding. We'll go old school typing. So semester 1 keyboarding class. Okay. So now we've constructed our box and whisker. We've said how many observations, and then we could do some analyzing by looking at that box and whisker. Okay, so those 2 problems, hopefully you did well on those and are understanding how to do those. Then the last one you had was number 14, and you should have come up with letter C. So 14, that should have been the 56. Which is letter C, and so hopefully you got that one right too. Alrighty, now we have done all that we need to do to get us up to the first quiz that we're going to take. So today's homework and assignment is doing the quiz that you will find on page 327 in your math book. There is a quiz up at the top. It says checkpoint quiz 1. There are 8 problems. You will be doing all 8. So if you want to get your books open, I'm going to go through the quiz and just give you a couple little hints and things that I would like for you to do, and then you can work on that. Remember, after you're done with that, you're going to screenshot that and email that to me so that I can see your quiz. You're going to need to make sure your name is somewhere bold up at the top. I know it's the quiz because this is what everyone's doing, so you don't need to really worry about those things. I just want to see your name. Then I want to see the problems 1 through 8. You need to make sure you've numbered those and make those very clear. And you need to write very clear on this. I need to be able to read this off of an email and grade it off of that. So please be very careful with your writing. Number 1 on the quiz says find the mean, median, and the mode of the data. The data you're looking to is to the right. It is that dot plot. So you're pulling from that dot plot those numbers, and you're going to find the mean, the median, and the mode. Please label mean, put a colon, and tell me what it is. Median, mode. I don't want to guess which one is which, so please make sure you label those. So that's coming from your dot plot to the right. Then you're going to find the range of temperatures. Okay, that's coming from your dot plot. So you're going to find the range, and you remember what that is, and give me the range for the data to the right. Okay, number 3, you're still looking at that data and you're saying, are there any outliers? And explain. There's 2 parts to this. A no or a yes. Do you think there's an outlier? If you do, why? If you don't, explain why you don't think there is. Okay, so that's number 3, coming from that data. Number 4, does the mean, median, or mode best describe the data? Explain. Okay, so you're going to let me know which one you think is a best explanation of the data. Still all about this high temperature, the dot plot. Now, when you get to number 5, it says nutrition, the grams of fat per serving for 24 breakfast cereals. And now here they are. So you're gonna get tons of numbers there. Okay, now make a frequency table for the data. So there's going to be 24 breakfast cereals that they analyzed. Now, you will need to make a frequency table. So remember, you can always look back and look at your notes. So make a frequency table off of those numbers. So that's all its own little problem, number 5. You're making the frequency table. Then go down, and now you're going to use this box and whisker to answers number 6, 7, and 8. So 1 through 4 is all about the dot plot, using that as your data. Number 5, its own little thing, making a frequency table. And then number 6, 7, and 8, you are going to be using the box and whisker. All right, that is your assignment for today. So what I would like for you to do is to work on that, and then after you get that done, you will need to screenshot that and send that in to me. I would like those sent once you're done, so you can start sending them on Tuesday when you get this done, but I would like all of these to be done and sent to me no later than noon on Thursday. Wednesday. So I'll put this in my email, but you have the rest of Tuesday to work on it, and then I need it to me by the next day, Wednesday, because that'd be kind of like your homework, and done by noon on Wednesday. Wednesday you're going to get a new video and some new things to work on. So this isn't something that's supposed to be extending over the course of a few days. It is only 8 problems, so it's not a ton of work. Okay, so be working on that, have it done. As soon as you get it done, you can start sending those in, but make sure your name is on it and you've written very clearly, and it's very nice and neat so that I can grade these. And please be very clear on what you're labeling and what you're identifying. Okay, that's it for today, and I will look forward to seeing you at Zoom time for Bible. And of course, then you can ask me some questions. If you have anything regarding this math stuff, you can ask me then too. Okay, have a great rest of the day. Thank you.